Hey everybody, welcome back around to the Blog and Grill. I'm your host, Doug, here with your sports video blog for April 30th, 2014. The month of April has now come and gone, and we have a lot to get to today. I'm going to give you my player and pitcher of the month in the major leagues. Also give you my New York sports update. We'll look at picks 21 through 25 in the NFL draft as those playoff teams look to make themselves a little bit better. But first I want to get to the NBA playoffs and the biggest story in the NBA, the Donald Sterling issues going on with this guy. Yesterday, Donald Sterling, as you know, I operate on the 48-hour rule. I don't come out and talk about anything really until 48 hours after it's out there and it's talked about. This story really got big Monday when people started talking about it. I'm going to talk about it now. Donald Sterling given a lifetime ban from the NBA following racial remarks he made in a private phone conversation with his girlfriend. He was also fined $2.5 million. I've heard different owners say now they're trying to get him out. They're going to get him out of the league. Oscar De La Hoya and Floyd Mayweather are two guys that are talking about possibly buying this team, as both those guys could easily buy this team. I think it's terrible what happened to Donald Sterling. He's not a good guy, not a good guy at all. This was going to come out eventually. People are talking about in the court of law if it's legal for phone conversations to be recorded. It doesn't matter at this point, okay? Donald Sterling, a slumlord for sure, treats people bad, has a wife, has a girlfriend that sits on the other side of the court, says he doesn't want his girlfriend taking Instagram pictures with Magic Johnson and Matt Kemp. Just a really messed up situation. People have known this forever, that Donald Sterling's like this. He's had issues with Elgin Baylor, his former GM. I think it's good that he's out. I think the league needs to start, and there could be more guys like this in the league, and they need to be looking out for people like this, and they need to be getting these people out of the league, especially in a day and age like today, where it's so important for tolerance, inclusion, and all that other stuff that goes along with that. So I think Adam Silver got it right, not to draw it out long. Got the lifetime ban. He's gone, and now the Clippers can play ball. And that's the most important part at this point. The fans showed up, the Clippers showed up, and we'll get to their game in a minute. First game we're going to get to last night was the Hawks, or a couple nights ago, Hawks and Pacers. Hawks now have the series lead at 3-2. Hawks win 107-97. Shelvin Mack off the bench with 20. Solid performance for him. In the next matchup, Charlotte and Miami. Miami advances on to the Eastern Conference semis, 109-98 against the Bobcats. Kemba Walker, 29 points. And watch out for the Bobcats next year. If the Bobcats can somehow get one more guy on a wing to score, this team could be very good in a very short period of time. Brooklyn and Toronto, they're tied up at 2 games apiece. This series is a great one. We'll see Game 5 of this one tonight at 7:30. Raptors close the last one like we talked about on a 14-2 run. Washington last night in a dismal game wins 75-69 over the Bulls. They advance on to the Eastern Conference semifinals. They'll take on the winner of the Hawks and the Pacers. John Wall played well, big offensive rebounds. Nene really led the way, and the Bulls advance on. Another great series. As we get into the West, these series are just insane. We'll have Game 5 tonight, Mavericks and Spurs. That game will be at 7 o'clock. Dirk Nowitzki trying to get this team up 3-2 as they head back to San Antonio. It's going to be an exciting one. Memphis OKC, this has probably been the best first-round series in NBA history. Another overtime game last night. Mike Miller has 21. Westbrook has a triple-double. Durant still can't shoot. And the Grizzlies sneak by 100-99 in overtime. Golden State versus the Clip Show. The Clip Show comes home amidst the Donald Sterling struggle, and they get it done at home, 113-103. DeAndre Jordan, 25 points, 18 rebounds. A solid effort from him. The fans showed up. They showed up. And I think the Clips win this series in 7 games. Portland versus Houston. I think Houston will win a game tonight at home. But I think the Trailblazers will ultimately win it in 6. Playing too well. Lillard and LaMarcus Aldridge are a two-headed monster. We'll see what happens, but it's going to be an exciting series to see. what happens going down the stretch. Okay, time for some more NFL draft coverage. The NFL draft is a week from tomorrow. It is going to be exciting for sure. We are down into the latter half of the first round. We're going to break down picks 21 through 25 today. First at pick number 21, we have the Green Bay Packers that are coming off the loss to the 49ers in the divisional playoff round. Green Bay Packers just need to get better all the way around. They can pretty much go anybody. I think they'll take the best available player. That's going to be Morgan Moses, the offensive lineman out of Virginia. He'll give them a little more stability and help protect Aaron Rodgers. Next up, we got the Philadelphia Eagles. They're going to be looking for a speed guy, looking for a guy that can blow up plays. I think they're going to go Ryan Shazier out of Ohio State, the outside linebacker. He'll play well for them. They're coming off definitely an exciting playoffs, and we'll see what they can do in this round. Next up, we got the Kansas City Chiefs, who had that debacle in the playoffs. I think they need to get more weapons. For Alex Smith, I think they'll go wide receiver, not Marquise Lee, but I think they're going to go Cody Latimer out of Indiana. Cincinnati Bengals lost some defensive players. I'm a big Bengals fan. I think they're going to go defensive tackle Timmy Jernigan out of Florida State, probably the best available defensive tackle on the board at this point. They can get better at that position so they can put pressure on the quarterbacks in the division with Flacco, possibly Manziel, and Ben Roethlisberger. And finally, the San Diego Chargers, I think they'll take a California guy, Marquise Lee. Get another wide receiver. You might as well. He's the best available player on the board, and they will draft Marquise Lee with their first-round pick. We'll be back Friday to finish up our first round of the NFL draft, and it's going to be surprising who I have going to the Broncos, so you're going to want to tune in for that one. Major League Baseball action today. It's the last day of the month, so we're handing out our award. We used to hand out one award just for the Player of the Month, but this year we're doing Player of the Month and Position. We're doing Position Player of the Month and Pitcher of the Month. So first, the Position Player of the Month is going to be Jose Abreu. The guy's batting .270, 10 homers, 32 RBIs, and rookie record for Jose Abreu. And it's a Jose month as our Pitcher of the Month. Jose Fernandez, second-year guy from the Miami Marlins, pitching great, 4-1, a 1.59 ERA. 55 strikeouts in just 39 and 2/3 innings. More Major League Baseball action. We'll be back on Friday with that as we'll look at the Major League Baseball power rankings. Time for your New York sports update. Last night, Yankees lose 6-3. They now have a 2-game lead over Baltimore, who was idle last night. CC Sabathia really didn't pitch well. 5 innings, 9 hits, 4 runs, 6 strikeouts. Robinson Cano 1 for 5 in his return. And we have a little bit of injury news for you for the Yankees. Jacoby Ellsbury was out last night with a sore left hand. He will likely play tonight. MRI and X-ray came back negative. Michael Pineda coming off his suspension for the Pine Tar. He will likely go on the DL with a grade 1 muscle strain in his back. They're looking at him to be out for probably 3 to 4 weeks. Tonight, Yankees back in action against the Mariners at the stadium. We'll have Elias going for the Mariners, 1-2, 3.54. David Phelps will make the start for the Yankees, 0-0, 3.86. On the other side of town, the Mets win in Philly 6-1. They're now 2.5 games back of Atlanta. They will send Bartolo Colon to the mound tonight, 2-3 with a 4.50. Versus Kyle Kendrick, 0-2 with a 3.52. And the Knicks head coaching position is still up in the air, but reports are saying Steve Kerr could be hired in early May as the Knicks head coach. He's probably going to wait and see what happens with some of these other series. If the Warriors lose, Mark Jackson could be out and Steve Kerr could go there. I think the Warriors' job is a better job than the Knicks at this point anyways. But Mark Jackson could come to the Knicks, and I think that'd be a good matchup as well. We'll be back on Friday with some more NBA playoff action. We'll talk NFL draft as we wrap up round 1. MLB Power Rankings, NASCAR, and the New York Sports Update. Always remember to follow me on Twitter at YankeeBaller415. That is YankeeBaller415. Comment. Ask me a question. Subscribe to my page. Thanks for tuning in to the Block Game Grill. I'll be back on Friday. Have a good rest of the week.